possession here at their own 33.
Looking to put a drive together.
McCarthy off the play fake. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's out of bounds inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Throwing is McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
To throw, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Nix's pass.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, now McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play action. Here's McCarthy. Well, a quick flow there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To the air again, McCarthy. middle of the field to Jefferson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's McCarthy. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now the toss to Jones, right right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
18-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 2nd and 15. To the air with McCarthy. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That'll be caught. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
2nd and 5.
At the 24-yard line.
Nix to the air. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And that is incomplete. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Nix. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
McCarthy going to throw again. He lets one go deep for Addison. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 37 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board and make the other team chase? What if you get a lift, and if they get deflated a little bit?
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing Nix. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A short throw to Ingram. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
now McCarthy. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 34 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, now they're going to fake it. On a heavy rush, and down he goes. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him his great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone. Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now it's Nix. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Nix from the shotgun. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.